You're watching Public Access Channel 83, WJJA-TV. Later tonight, it's an episode of Rustic Renderings. And at 12, another exciting product from the Just Joshin' Around Home Goods. But coming up next, the hit new show, Myron's Maker Shop and Movie Talk.
Well, howdy, y'all, and welcome back to Myron's Maker Shop and Movie Talk. I'm your host, Myron, and oh my lands, I'm just so happy you're joining me here again today. We're packing a whole bunch of holiday cheer into this episode, so afterwards you might find yourself saying, "Well, Jiminy Christmas, I sure do feel all merry and bright." One of my favorite parts of enjoying the holiday with my mama and my big brother Gary is to put up a nice big old fresh cut Christmas tree to decorate for the season. One thing you want to check first though is to make sure that there isn't any refugee wildlife still living in the tree. Because when you're leaning in close to look at the presents under the tree on Christmas morn and a family of squirrels suddenly awakens and latches onto your face and upper body, it can come as quite a surprise. Shut up, Gary! I told you it's not funny. And I'll tell you what, it sure ain't pleasant spending the holiday at the ER being treated for rabies for the 37 rodent bites you just got. Shut up, Gary! Mama, he won't quit it! Anyway, a big part of the holiday fun is to decorate your tree with ornaments and such. So today I thought I'd show you how to make or customize your own ornaments. So let's hop to it! Just a word of warning. This program has some creepy images that might be a little bit too spooky for both little kids and big scaredy cats. So, viewer discretion is advised. Now, you can make your ornament any way you want to, but for mine, I took an old vintage family heirloom. What's that, Mama? Heirloom. Okay, thank you. I took an old family heirloom ornament and customized it. It started out as a generic looking jack-in-the-box, but I wanted him to look more specific, so I sanded him down and gave him a nice coat of white spray paint. I don't know about you, but me and Mama like to watch a bunch of Christmas movies around the holidays. And sure, we watch the classics, but for my money, it doesn't get any better than the sugary sweet non-stop programming on the Hallmark Channel. It's just like the dessert table at the local buffet. If all you can eat cake, cobbler, and pudding is bad, then I don't want to be good. Anyways, the one day Gary put on this movie called Kringus or something, and said that it's a charming, heartwarming tale about a boy named Max and his family trying to rediscover the spirit and joy of Christmas in time for jolly old St. Nick to visit and bring lots of gifts and treats. It started out good enough, and it had that Ben White feller playing the dad. You know him, he's that guy from that Parts and Reclamation program. And the mom was played by that Toni Braxton lady from the Sixth Sense movie. You know, the lady who played the mom of that Haley's Comet kid who's seen all them dead people. Anyways, they're hosting Christmas for their extended family that kinda reminded me of my Uncle Rufus and my Aunt Darlene and their kids. Which ain't exactly good, because they always act like a bunch of buttholes to me for some reason. Anyways, in the movie, the mean boy Max gets made fun of for writing a letter to Santa Claus and gets all mad and rips it up and litters out of his window. Well, Santa catches wind of it. He don't like littering, so he decides to teach young Max a lesson. Here's where things started to get a little weird. Now, I kept noticing that Gary was sitting back in the corner snickering, and I didn't know why. I do now. Turns turns out, instead of Santa coming to town, it's like his mean older brother, this Crinkle feller, who actually might be a demon who, kills people. And, I should have known that Gary was playing a trick on me again.
Like this one time when Mama was out at bingo night with her lady friends, Gary convinced me to watch this Blair Witch movie or whatever. He said it was about the Good Witch from the Wizard of Oz movie, but it was actually about these three people who have the worst camping trip ever and they keep dropping their cameras and such. But the worst part was after it was over, I went up to go to the bathroom and I came back down and Gary was gone and all the lights were off and I kept yelling for him and he didn't answer me. So I went down in the basement and he was standing in the corner swaying back and forth. I got so scared that I pooed myself and fell into the fetal position on the floor. It took quite a while for Mama to get me calmed down. So I should have known that Gary was playing a trick on me again.
Anyways, this crispy feller has this whole bag of quote-unquote presents for the family that are more like what nightmares are made of. Like this evil teddy bear and these killer gingerbread men and whatnot. But the scariest one is like this jack-in-the-box thing that's like a big snake that can open its mouth real big and swallow kids whole.
I was like, oh my lands, he shouldn't be doing that. It scared the bejeebers out of me.
And if you hadn't guessed it yet, that's what I'm making my ornament look like. Now, you might be wondering, Myron, why on earth would you want to make an ornament look like that creepy, grotesque jack-in-the-box? Well, after I watched that Kristen movie, I couldn't hardly sleep because I kept getting night terrors and wetting the bed. So my psychiatrist suggested that I make this ornament as a way to
face my fears and put my demons to rest. I don't know about all that. I just hope it helps so that when Mama tucks me into my race car bed at night, she doesn't have to sit there at the foot of the bed anymore to keep me from getting nightmares.
Anyways, the point is that Gary's a jerk, and I'm tired of changing my sheets every morning. And as for the movie, it was actually pretty good. Just a little too creepy for my taste. But
I know for sure not to litter anymore, because I don't want that crimper feller coming after me.
I won't spoil the end, but I will say I have a new appreciation for snow globes now. Anyways, if you've been following along, hopefully you're at the same point I am right now on this ornament, where you're adding all the little details to it. This part can be a little bit tedious, but I really think it's worth it to add the extra detail, because it really helps it stand out. And you know what they say, the devil is in the details. Well, in this case, I think that might be more than correct. Now, ordinarily, you just want to make both sides the same, but since this is doubling as a therapeutic exercise for me, I made the other side of mine extra terrifying.
I'm not really sure how it's supposed to stop haunting my dreams, but who am I to argue with the brain doctor?
Anyways, our ornament is all done. Doesn't that look nice?
Oh my lands, wasn't that fun? I hope your ornament turned out as nice as mine did. Ah! Well, better than mine actually, because this is the stuff of nightmares right here. Anyways, thanks again for joining me today, and I hope you all had fun. And I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. I'll see you again. Toodaloo!
You're watching Public Access Channel 83, WJJA TV.